Escobar says, I'm gonna mag you, baby, authored by Pepe Escobar and Sarah Hedge. It's the greatest show on earth, unleashed a double bill of new paradigm and manifest destiny on crack. And we're the greatest. We will rock you in every sense. We will crush you. We will take whatever we want because we can. And if you want to walk away from the US dollar, we will, put an end to you. BRICS, we're coming to get you. Trim 2.0, a mix of professional wrestling and MMA played in a giant planetary cage, is in the house starting next Monday. We're talking about Donald Trump's inauguration, of course. Trump 2.0 aims to be on the driving seat on the global financial system, on control of the world's oil trade and LNG supply, and on strategic media platforms. Trump 2.0 is gearing up to be an extended exercise on the capacity to hurt the other and any other hostile takeovers and blood on the tracks. That's how we negotiate, quote unquote. Under Trump 2.0, global tech infrastructure must run on U.S. software, not just on the profit front, but also on the spy front. AI data chips must be American only. AI data centers must be controlled by America only. Free trade and globalization, that's for losers. Welcome to neo-imperial, techno-feudal mercantilism powered by U.S. tech supremacy. Trump's national security advisor, Mike Waltz, has named a few of the gadgets ahead: Greenland, Canada, assorted cartels, the Arctic, the Gulf of America, oil and gas, rare earth minerals, all in the name of strengthening national security. The key plank, total control of the Western Hemisphere, Monroe Doctrine 2.0, actually the Donroe Doctrine, America's first, last, and always. Why the cheese board needs to be rigged? Well, let's delve a bit on pesky material imperatives. The empire of chaos faces a humongous debt owed to usual suspect loan sharks and may be partially repaid by selected export surpluses. And that would imply reindustrialization, a long, costly affair, and securing smooth military supply chains, where the resource base will be for this Sisyphean task. Washington simply cannot rely on Chinese exports and rare earths. The cheese board needs to be rejigged with trade and tech unified under U.S. unilateral monopoly control. Plan A so far was to simultaneously confront Russia and China, the two top BRICS and key vectors of Eurasia integration. China's strategy since the start of the millennium has been to trade resources for infrastructure, developing global south markets as China itself keeps developing. Russia's strategy has been to help nations recover their sovereignty, actually helping nations to help themselves on the sustainable development front. Plan A, against the concerted geo-economic and geostrategic strategies of the Russia-China strategic partnership, miserably failed. And what has been attempted by the ghastly exiting U.S. administration generated serial massive blowbacks. So it's time for Plan B, looting the allies. They are already dominated Chihuahuas anyway. The exploitation show must go on, and there are plenty of Chihuahuas available to be exploited. Canada has loads of fresh water plus oil and mineral and mining wealth. The Canadian business class, in fact, has always dreamed of deep integration with the empire of chaos. Trump 2.0 and his team have been careful not to name names. When it comes to the Arctic as a crucial evolving battlefield, there may have a vague allusion to the Northwest Passage, but never a mention of what really matters, the Northern Sea Route, the Russian denomination. The Chinese call it the Arctic Silk Road. That's one of the key connectivity corridors of the future. The Northern Sea Route encompasses at least 15% of the world's unexplored oil and 30% of the world's unexplored natural gas. Greenland is smack in the middle of this new great game, capable of supplying years of uranium, as much oil as Alaska bought from Russia in 1867, plus rare earths, not to mention providing useful real estate for missile defense and offense. And Washington has been trying to grab Greenland from Denmark since 1946. There's a deal with Copenhagen in place guaranteeing military control, mostly naval. Now Greenland is being revamped as the ideal US entry point into the Arctic. Great game against Russia. At the St. Petersburg Forum last June, I had the privilege, as a writer, to follow the exceptional roundtable on the Northern Sea Route. That's an integral part of Russia's 21st century development project, focused on commercial navigation. We need more icebreakers, and bound to surpass Suez and Gibraltar in the near future. Slightly over 50,000 Greenland residents, Greenland only has 57,000 residents, by the way, it's nothing, which already enjoy autonomy, especially vis-à-vis the EU, would more than accept a full Danish exit. Copenhagen, Denmark actually abandoned them since 1951. Greenlanders will love to profit from the vast US investments. Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov of Russia went straight to the point. The first step is to listen to the Greenlanders, comparing it to how Russia listened to the residents of Crimea, Donbass, and Novorossiya vis-à-vis Kiev. What Trump 2.0 actually wants from Greenland is crystal clear: total militarization, privileged access to rare earths, and commercially excluding Russia and Chinese companies. China military expert Yu Chun noted that soon the long-desired golden waterway of the Arctic Ocean is expected to open, allowing ships to traverse the Pacific Ocean and sail along the northern coasts of North America and Eurasia into the Atlantic Ocean. As the Northern Sea Route is a key element to Sino-Russian cooperation, it's inevitable that the U.S.'s strategic vision is to prevent the establishment of the Golden Waterway between China and Russia and Europe by controlling Greenland. Freak out in the Chihuahua front? In the wider Chihuahua front, activity is frantic. Assorted Davos deep state-linked elites across NATO stand, from Europe to Canada, are in the process of being replaced by new Trump 2.0 affiliated elites. That's indissociably linked to the looting the ally strategy, quote-unquote, the further destruction of the vassal EU economy to strengthen the heart of the empire. In Germany, the AfD Alice Weidel, pragmatic, intellectually capable, offers a quite intriguing perspective. She is stressing on the record that Germany needs to restart importing raw materials and cheap natural gas. Let's reopen Nord Stream from Russia. That opens the tantalizing possibility that Trump and his factotum Elon Musk fully realize that Germany is worthless to the US as a deindustrialized backwater, even under the overall framework of the hardcore neoliberal asset stripping offensive. Of course, Trump 2.0 will exact a hefty price for Germans to get a revitalized nation back. Trump 2.0 at least holds the dubious merit of the relatively realistic reading of the chessboard. Russia, India, China, the Primakov Triangle, as well as Iran, have become too powerful to be eluded. So the next best option is plunder the Chihuahuas. The blowing up of Nord Stream, as ordered by the Biden family, as detailed by Cy Hirsch, was a gleaming starter. The future of NATO in the Great American Project is now up for grabs. Gotta pay up or else. Contribution of each member nation should go up to 5% of GDP instead of the current 2%. Talk about the 150% price hike. Incidentally, Trump so far has not even muttered the nonsensical expression Indo-Pacific. For all practical purposes, Trump is telling NATO to take a hike. In the event of a double NATO-style annexation of Canada and Greenland, the U.S. may be even able to match Russia's resource base. Arguably, that's the key rationale for unleashing this new great game. Forget multipolarity. BRICS, take note. The most intriguing side plot is, of course, Elon Musk. Trump badly needs Musk's massive social media propaganda digital megaphone. Simultaneously, on the Chihuahua front, the platinum sidekick wants to profit from a Europe capable of assessing enough energy, raw materials, and loads of consumers with solid purchasing power. The facts on the ground already spell out the rules-based international order being replaced by a flash by a no-rules international disorder, After all, international law has already been abolished by the Empire of Chaos itself. That's bipartisan. When it comes to illegal unilateral sanctions, theft of financial assets, or legitimization of moderate rebels, Trump 2.0 will be nothing but enforcing a de facto phenomena, a post-historical disorder. End of history, that was always for suckers. And all of this incendiary chain of events is on a roll, essentially because of one single reason. The Empire of Chaos lost a proxy war in Ukraine. What remains to be discussed is the modality of the surrender. So it's no wonder Trump had to come up with a seductive, but still fraught with danger, larger-than-life psyop to imperatively change the narrative. And this is from Zero Hedge by Pepe Escobar. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.